It was just, really, it was like a map, a road map.
This sounds major.
The wrong places were. How is everybody tonight? Is everyone doing good? Yeah. Here we are in the safety of Bowtie Cinema. I am very happy to be here and feeling very lucky and very grateful. So, yeah, it's been a very hard week. It's been a very, very hard week to say the least. But you know, when tragedies happen, I try to, well, you know, being a gay, it's a lifetime of shame. You know what I'm saying? Of people making you feel less than, and whether you know it's happening or not, it's happening. It's happening. And then, you know, so we all carry around a certain amount of shame, whether we know it or not. It just being part of the gay queer community. And when a tragedy like happened in Orlando, it stirs up so much stuff inside of us. Then all of a sudden, then you start realizing what's going on underneath it. Then you start realizing what society, what's permeating underneath in society, what people feel about, not everybody, but you know, but it starts churning things up. And what I try to do in places like this is, I think sometimes, and I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm just speaking for me, but I know I'm not alone in this. When tragedies like this happen, sometimes we end up taking it out on ourselves again. We end up punishing ourselves for something that wasn't even our fault. We end up maybe overindulging in alcohol or other substances or other behaviors, and we, instead of taking the opposite approach, because trust me, I have been there with taking it out on myself. I have been there. I'm not speaking as a person who hasn't done this. I have acted out with alcohol. I have acted out with sex. I have acted out with other things to numb the pain. You know, I have done this, and you know, food and anything to sort of not feel certain things. And so I think sometimes when these tragedies happen, I want to go to the other side and celebrate myself even more. You know, and celebrate each of us who are here, and honor the people in our queer community who are not right now. And so to say, you know, we are very lucky. We're very, very, very lucky. You know, what I feel, I try to go to the gratitude part of it, and but I do think there's points when you need to fall to the floor in a fetal position and just feel it. And just feel it. There's nothing wrong with just feeling it, and alone, and then with your friends and your loved ones. It's important to grieve with other people. It is very important to grieve with your friends and your family. And because I think if you don't, you can't move through it. And that's what I think we've done. When we don't deal with our shame, we don't move through it. This person, the person who, they're saying, you know, he's closeted. Do you see what shame does to you in the extreme? Do you see how shame in the extreme, this is an extreme example of somebody who had a lot of shame and didn't know how to deal with it, and he thought the best thing to do was take it out on other people. That was his best decision. He thought that was his best decision. You know, and we all do it in smaller ways. And I just want to say that we don't need to go there. You know, we don't need to go there. We have our community is very powerful and has so much support. We have so much support because we have a lot of challenges. I don't like saying issues because it's sort of a blame. We have challenges. We have challenges. And because when I say the word challenge, a challenge you can overcome. You can overcome a challenge. A problem is, once again, shame-based, and there's no solution. I have this problem, and it puts this heaviness on it. I have these challenges, that I have to deal with, that I need to deal with, in order so I don't take it out on other people in a different way. That is the extreme, right? But we take it out on ourselves and other people in our community as well. And in moments like this, we should not self-attack, attack ourselves and attack other people in our community. Because then we're losing, we're feeding into it. We're feeding into it, and for God's sakes, you know, that is not, if you believe in God, that is not what God intended. If you believe in a higher power, that is not what God intended. And I will not personally go to that place where, this was part of God's plan. Phooey, phooey, phooey on that one. God, that is just one thing. I mean, if that helps you, sure. But personally, I don't resonate with that. I don't like that because I don't think that's God's plan. If that's God's plan, then God is a very mean, punishing being, whatever. And I choose to not go in that direction because once again, it makes me feel hopeless. And that's where it is. If we start feeling hopeless, then we don't rise above what's happening. And we don't, and we can't get past it. And I'm afraid, because people are acting out because of this, homophobic people. And they're putting notes on cars, and they're threatening to hurt us in the bars. And I was even afraid to come here. I'm afraid, but you know what? I walk through the fear. And that's very important, is to walk through the fear. Because if we were to stay home tonight because we're afraid something's going to happen, then we lost. We lost. It's done. We lost. And I don't want to be there. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen in the next hour. But I want to live life. I want to live. And I don't want to live at home behind closed doors watching the Golden Girls on a loop. I mean, that's wonderful. But I want to be out in the world. I want to be like them, having a good time. You know what I mean? That's what I want. And even though bad things happen, we still can have a good time. We can still enjoy and celebrate life. We have to celebrate. I have to celebrate my life. I have to celebrate your life. And this gay pride is very important. And we cannot have fear, and we cannot show up because we're afraid. And it's more important to show up because we're warriors. You know, that's what we are underneath. We're warriors. Every time we leave the house as ourself, our fully actualized self, not trying to tone it down. I've been wearing nail polish for weeks now. This is my secret thing I've been walking around with nail polish. That may not seem like nothing to you, but for me to walk around in nail polish and not hide my hands to certain people, not hide them from my family because they're going to say something. So I'm walking around with, maybe I should do the gay pride flag colors on my fingers, you know what I mean? And don't let it beat us down. Enough. We've been through enough, and we're going to continue to go through challenges, and that is what we do best in this community. Boy, do we ever rise to these challenges. We rise to these challenges. Stonewall, other things, all this stuff that's happened. Gay marriage, we rise to the occasion, and we fight for our rights. We have to fight for our rights, and sometimes I want to kick someone's ass. I don't want to be a passive warrior. I want to be one that goes, I want to learn how to box and kick somebody. That's what I want to do. I want to learn how to kickbox and use these, and with these shoes on. And really hurt somebody. But I don't know if that's a solution either. I don't know. I think we kill them with humor and show them. We kill them with what we do best. You know what I mean? We just go, okay, you may not like it, but go fuck yourself. I don't care. Just go fuck yourself. There's no time for your nonsense. Go fuck yourself. Go away from me. If you don't want to be around me, go into your house and you sit in the house and you watch whatever stupid show that you watch behind closed doors, and you live in fear also. Because they're living in fear too. They're afraid of us, that we're taking something from them. They're living in fear also. So if we show, And I don't think we have to show how wonderful we are just to get their approval. I think a lot of gay people and myself have to be people pleasers because we feel we have to do this dance for people because we want to get their approval. I think it's time to say fuck off, fuck that, I don't need your approval. All I need is approval of myself and whatever I believe up there. And if I don't believe anything up there, that's okay, that's great. As long as we believe in each other. You don't need to believe in God, you don't need to have that stuff. This is God right here. If you don't believe anything, this is God here tonight with ourselves watching a fun movie with Diana Ross. That is God, people. If that is not God, I do not know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I say celebrate, you know, communicate, you know, regurgitate, get it out. Don't internalize it, get it out. Then we internalize it, we take it out on ourselves. Enough of that shit. I have done it for, I'm not telling you my age. Because like I said, a lady without some secrets is not a lady. You can Google it, but it does not appear anywhere on the World Wide Web. I made sure that shit was taken down. This, how I appear right now, is how old I am. All right? If you can, we're gonna have fun, right? We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun, right? We're gonna celebrate ourselves tonight, right? We're gonna celebrate ourselves, because that's really important. Flash on the audience, Joe. Flash on the audience. I want to celebrate them. Take them, flash on them. We're gonna celebrate ourselves, people. Look at this, a celebration. Let them see this. Let them see this. And they're not beating us down. Let them see this. Let them see this. We don't need to do violence or what they did. This is what we do. This is how we live. And this is how we love, you know, and that's the most important thing. So, on that note, I think we should give away some valuable prizes.